Hi everyone, I'm Bita Delisi, and in this video we're going to talk about illegal deposits and voluntary deposits. We provide support to realtors and landlords throughout the province of Ontario. Oftentimes, realtors call us and they say, I'm trying to secure a lease and the landlord is asking for X amount of months up front. And because of the hot rental market, many tenants are competing to secure a property. So how can you go about whether or not you offer more upfront as a deposit? Well, allow me to clarify. The only deposit legally that a landlord can obtain and hold is called a last month's rent deposit. The last month's rent deposit only is in the amount of 1 month's rent and can only be applied to the last month of the tenancy. Now, with the exception of that deposit comes the key deposit, which, in accordance to the Ontario Standard Lease, the exception is that key deposit has to be for the cost to replace that key or the lock or the locking mechanism, and it must be refundable. Let's talk about voluntary deposits because a lot of issues that are arising on tenants being able to secure a rental property is the question of how much money can they put up front voluntarily. Now, firstly, the term voluntary or voluntary deposit cannot be included in a lease agreement to circumvent the Act because the Act says that the only deposit that a landlord can obtain is a last month's rent deposit. Secondly, even if both parties agree, that term doesn't become alive because the Act says otherwise. And thirdly, and the most important thing, is that if the tenant changes their mind and requests that money to be returned by the landlord, if the landlord does not comply, the tenant can apply to the landlord and tenant board and request a refund because the landlord illegally obtained these deposits, whether voluntary or not. So landlords, make sure you familiarize yourself with what you can ask with respect to how much monies you can collect when you're securing a tenant for your tenanted property. We hope you find this video informative. If you have any questions, call us first.